Hi. Okay. So this is my introduction to just a new, fresh slate. I come to a new realization about food. I this has been a gradual understanding about food and about health and about healing. I'm doing a 40-day water fast. I'm on the 19th day, which means I'm just about halfway there. I've just been drinking water. I introduced coconut water a couple times because through my research and through some revelation, I came to understand that the body has to be reintroduced to food very slowly, and I didn't want to go through shock. So this is day 19 of my 40-day water fast, and my intention. And my intention was to share the whole journey, but the first 10 days was exhausting. My body was going through a detox, and so I was sleeping a lot. I wasn't able to really exercise much. Um, and So that was the first 10 days. On the 12th day, I had a bowel movement, and which means that even after 10 days of not eating food, there's still stuff in the body. So I had a full-fledged bowel movement. And the next day I had another bowel movement. I did see what I would consider to be a parasite because it was long and it was thin. I didn't delve into it. I just kind of came to that revelation because I hadn't been eating in 12 days. On the 14th day, I had another bowel movement. I had another bowel movement on the 14th day, but it was watery and it was black. So it was black to look at it, but when you look closely at it, it was brown. So I'm sure that my body is just purging toxins. Now, after that bowel movement, I had so much energy. I was able to walk for long distances. I was able to work out like I had been before. So I've been still doing my workouts. I'm still using my muscle. I haven't lost strength. Um, at times, I do feel like I need to nap, and sometimes in the middle of the night, I have energy to go cook. I make my daughter's lunch. um, but as you can see, the only thing that really physically you can see is that I'm thinner. I'm thinner than I was. My skin is clearer. My eyes used to have really dark brown in them. You can still see a little bit of it, but they're actually very, 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 very white compared to where it's been. I've had that issue for years. Um, so I'm going to share with you the rest of my journey because I was intending to keep it private, because fasts for someone who's doing it for a spiritual reason, which is why I'm doing it, isn't supposed to be shared. It's supposed to be between you and God. But for this particular fast, I wanted to share it because the reason why I'm fasting is spiritual. First of all, God requires us to fast and pray. If you're a believer, it's not a question. And there's no one really teaching that in church or in anywhere else. You're supposed to be fasting and praying. That I can know. Other cultures that I know, like you see women covering their hair and they're praying. You know that they do fasts. So different religions. But for people who are Christian, and I'm not going to say I'm Christian because Christian, I believe also to another pagan holiday. I'm not a pagan religion. But I do believe in our Creator, Heavenly Father. I believe in Yeshua Mashiach. And I believe that the Holy Spirit dwells in us. So I believe our body is a temple. And I believe that if God created us in His image, that He gave us all we need to be healthy, to be strong, to be spiritually strong. He gave us everything that we need. And it's simple. His way is simple. It's not as complicated as people have been led to believe that it is. Our bodies heal itself. And the example I'm going to share with you is a tree. There are trees in different parts of the world that are just sitting in the wilderness. It doesn't require someone to farm or to feed it or give it fertilizer. The sun and what's around it feeds it. If we were created first and everything else was created around us for us, why would we believe we need to run to a man for healing? We don't. First of all, there's no one out there that can claim that they can heal us. Medicine doesn't heal us. It actually is putting toxins in our bodies that actually is harming people. Fasting, not only does it cleanse and detox the body, but the body produces new healthy cells. The body's organs have an opportunity to rest and rejuvenate. In the Word, the Bible, the Heavenly Bible, talks about things having a day of rest. We are required to have a day of rest. We're supposed to, every 7 years, give the land an opportunity to rest. But I don't know how we fell off, how we lost our way as a society, and omitting the idea that we should rest. That some people are being called lazy, or I can't think of any other word that's been used, but lazy and not motivated or depressed if they rest. God requires us to rest. Our bodies need an opportunity to rest. If you ran a car, even an electric car that requires no fuel, if you ran that car constantly, like you could continue to drive that car, eventually it would break down. You have to maintain it. You have to give it a chance to rest, to clean it up, to make sure that it's okay. We are human beings. Even animals rest. Animals hibernate. Like, we're the only human beings who have evolved to the point where we've lost our way. We as a society have forgotten what it is that keeps us healthy. Now, in relations to the fast I'm doing, besides it being spiritual, the reason why I'm doing it is because it's for health reasons. I'm getting older, and there's no way getting older should mean getting sick or losing sight or losing the ability to do things physically, mental capacity. We should never lose any of that stuff. That's not in the Word. That's not God's promise for any of these people. For some reason, people have been led to believe that being old means being sick, being broken and depressed, or mentally incapable of doing things. That is not God. That is not His Word, His promise. That's not what He promises us, health and well-being. And the way that happens is through fasting. I know intermittent fasting has become this big craze, this big new thing, because people are able to lose weight through it. And it's true. You can. I was doing this before I did this 40-day fast. And the reason why I was, first of all, God led me to do it. Like, He let me know that food, that we as a society, have been led to believe that we should never feel hunger, that being hungry means we're starving. And that's a lie. That's a lie from the pit of hell. That is not true at all. Being hungry, there's a point where you can be hungry. That means you have no more reserves in the body left. That's true hunger. We have fat stores, which means that if our stomach is grumbling, you're not hungry. That means your stomach has been prepared because it's used to receiving food at a certain time. So anyway, this is my 40-day fast, day 19. Still detoxing. I'm sharing some of the symptoms so far, and I will be sharing more with you so that you will come to an understanding of what it looks like to do a 40-day fast. I'm not the only one. There's other ones on YouTube who have do 40-day fasts, but it can be done. It can be done. But not only that, you can actually exercise and have a ton of energy while fasting. Yes, your body does detox. Yes, it will not feel good all the time. But I don't know where we in life are always going to feel good. We're not going to always feel good. That's just a part of life. Life brings ups and downs, and this is a part of that process. So, yeah, I don't take medicine. I haven't taken medicine in a long time. But in the Word, God says He's a healer. He's a provider. He's our strong tower. He's our protector. And so far, He's demonstrated all those things to me, that He's a protector, that He's a guider, that He's a healer, that He's our strong tower, that He'll never leave us nor forsake us. So at the age that I'm at right now, I'm trying to be an example for people who are trying to overcome addictions, because it's partly to reason why I wasn't able to lose weight is because I was so used to the idea that we have to eat like 3-4 times a day, that skipping a meal is bad for you. Skipping a meal is actually quite healthy for you. If you don't feel like eating breakfast, don't eat breakfast. Your body's not hungry. Why are we machines? We're not machines. We're not going to all be hungry at the same time. We don't all eat the same things, and we don't all have the same life. So why would we all think that at a certain time, boom, we all should be eating? That's absolutely absurd. Father says in His word that we are unique, that we are fearfully and marvelously made, each of us. He's counted every hair on our heads. We're individual, uniquely created for a specific purpose. So why would we think that we're going to fit into a schedule? The schedule should be fitting us. The system that the people are living in should be conformed or put together to fit us, not us transitioning our minds and our bodies to fit this system. Our bodies naturally heal itself. So right now, my body is creating new cells to replace the old, ragged, old cells. So I'll be sharing this journey, and especially when I have to reintroduce food, because I've seen a couple YouTubers who have done this, and supposedly food tastes wonderful at the end. And I do love food, but I also do love health. I love health more than I love food, to tell you the truth. So yeah, so this is my 19th day, and now that I'm able to exercise and I feel great, I'll be sharing the rest of my journey with you. All right, so be blessed until next time. Made marvelously, you are.